How did we go from this to this? There have been some epic title races in the last couple of years, but one league is taking the title race discussion to epic heights. The Brasileiro title race this year might be one of the most mental we have seen in recent memory. The last 5 years we've seen Palmeiras win the league twice, Flamengo win it twice, and Atlético Mineiro win it once. But no title race this year can compare to what has transpired so far in the Brasileiro 2023 title race. Back on match day 19 after Botafogo beat Internacional 3-1, they had a 13-point lead halfway through the season. Now, on match day 33, the lead has completely evaporated and now not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, possibly 6 teams are involved in the title race with only 5 match days left in the season. Atlético Mineiro back on match day 19 were 20 points behind Botafogo and have recently won the Brasileiro title back in 2021 and now sit 5 points behind Botafogo. Flamengo have had a crazy season. 4 different managers, including the tattooed Argentinian bulldog Sampaoli, which ended disastrously, including bottling a tie against Olimpia in the Copa Libertadores. Now Tite is the manager and they've regained some form and now are in the mix to win another Brasileiro and are currently 3 points behind Botafogo. Bragantino, yes, they're owned by Red Bull. Initially, the club was called Clube Atlético Bragantino back in 2020 though. The club were fully controlled by Red Bull and changed the color of the kits and the name to Red Bull Bragantino. The club have never won the Brasileiro, however were runners-up of the Sudamericana back in 2021. The side's financial ability and heavy analytical setup has helped Bragantino to be a mainstay in the Brasileiro, even though it's a very small club compared to the rest of the contenders this season for the title. Palmeiras, of course, the most dominant Brazilian side in recent memory, still under manager Alba Ferreira, have recently won 2 Copa Libertadores and 1 Brasileiro in the past 3 years, and now with Endrick in fine form, the side are aiming for more Brasileiro success this season after a disappointing end to their Libertadores campaign when they lost to Boca on penalties in the semis. Then we have Grêmio. The 3-time Copa Libertadores champions haven't won the Brasileiro title since 1996, have had a tumultuous couple of years, most notably being relegated to the 2nd division in 2021, but after regaining promotion in 2022, they made a massive signing, bringing in Luis Suarez over the winter, and he has contributed with 14 goals so far this season, and he could lead Grêmio back to success. And then there's one, Botafogo, the side that haven't won the Brasileiro since 1995 and are of course owned by American businessman John Textor, who also owns Lyon. For much of this season, they have had complete and utter control after a fantastic start, even though they've had 3 different managers in Luis Castro, Bruno Lage, and now Lucio Flavio. So how on earth did we go from this to this? Botafogo have decided to turn into Botafogo.
We started shit, we played shit, and it was shit, blood.
In their last 11 games, they've only picked up 2 wins, 2 draws, and astonishingly 7 losses, and currently at the time of recording are on a 4-game losing streak, which included a crazy loss to title contenders Palmeiras. After being up 3-0 in the first half, Botafogo completely collapsed. Endrick scored the first goal in the 50th minute and then the controversial red card for Adrielson in the 75th minute, but all hope was still there when Tiquinho Suarez stepped up to the penalty spot in the 83rd minute, but then he decided to miss it. Endrick then went on to score his 2nd goal of the game in the 85th minute. Jose Lopez equalized the game in the 90th minute, and with virtually the last kick of the game, Murillo scored the winner for Palmeiras in an epic remontada collapse from Botafogo.
This is theft. Find me. You can red card me.
But wait, then they traveled to relegation battling Vasco da Gama and lost 1-0, including Gary Medel doing this to Diego Costa. After that loss, they had a match against title contenders Grêmio, who were 3 points behind before the game. And again, Botafogo had a 3-1 lead in the second half, but then Luis Suarez stepped up and scored a 19-minute hat-trick to give Grêmio all 3 points and move level on points with Botafogo. Grêmio are the informed team. They're currently on a 5-game winning streak, including victories over Botafogo and Flamengo during this run. Palmeiras were also on a 5-game winning streak, including that crazy win over Botafogo, but just lost to Flamengo 3-0 away. Bragantino had gone on an 8-game unbeaten run, but now have suffered 2 losses in their last 4 games, including a loss to Atlético Mineiro. While Tite's Flamengo have been on a decent run, their last 10 games they have picked up 5 wins and 2 draws. And Atlético Mineiro have all of a sudden gone back into the mix for the title. After being as low as 13th in the league on match day 17, they have gained 30 points in their previous 15 games. So with 5 games left in the league for Grêmio, Palmeiras and Atlético Mineiro, and 6 games left for Botafogo, Bragantino and Flamengo, Who on earth is going to win the Brasileiro this season? Botafogo are absolutely capitulating.
Form is not good. The confidence is low.
And ahead of this weekend, they visit Bragantino for a massive clash for the title. However, Botafogo also faced two relegation battling teams in Coritiba and Cruzeiro. But right now, this team mentally look beyond shell-shocked and could already be done even though they're leading the league. Grêmio still have to face Atlético Mineiro away on match day 35, but the other matches are winnable. It'll be some story for the club after relegation and another great achievement for Luis Suarez's career. Palmeiras arguably have the easiest schedule on hand, and with the recent form of Hendrick, you almost make them favorites to win it, especially with the recent history of success. Bragantino can be the real deciders with now back-to-back games against Botafogo and Flamengo, and I expect them to be within the title race or completely out of it after those two games. Of course, Flamengo have the Fla-Flu derby next up, and also two matches against Bragantino and Atlético Mineiro in the last 6 games. Atlético Mineiro can also be deciders of the title race considering the good form they're in, and with matches against Flamengo and Grêmio, but maybe they've left it too late for themselves to truly win the Brasileiro this season, but would be some amazing comeback if they did win the league. Undoubtedly, this has to be one of the biggest bottle jobs from any team in history if Botafogo don't win the Brasileiro.
I'm telling you, fam, big man ting. You, man, this is the biggest bottle in history, blood. I'm telling you, fam.
And I assume many people wouldn't have money on them winning the league, especially with their recent capitulations. And with all the other contenders picking up points, this title race is going down as one of the craziest we have seen in recent memory across the world of football. We could either see a young star emerge as heroes, or a 36-year-old striker conquer another league, or the beginning of the Red Bull dominance in Brazil. The epic storylines this title race has created will go down in memory, and this bottle job from Botafogo might be worse than anything we have seen in recent memory in football, and might be worse than my hair right now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who is going to win the Brasileiro this season? Is it going to be Botafogo, Bragantino, Grêmio, Palmeiras, Flamengo, or can somehow Atlético Mineiro do a comeback for the ages? Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and we might have to review the final match day of the Brasileiro and see who won it, because this is turning out to be a fantastic story. But until then, have a beautiful day, stay safe in this crazy world, and until next time, adios.
Explain something.